Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri, and is the world's first single barrel only liquor store. This business is owned and operated by Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution list. That way you'll know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and what barrel picks they have in the works. We are also sponsored by The Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers a fully customizable carrying case that allows you to take your favorite distilled spirits or cocktail ingredients with you. Whether you're looking for yourself, a customized gift, or logo items for your business or event, The Bar to Go can help. Check them out at thebar2go.com. Use the number 2 when you type out The Bar to Go. Did you know Neely Family Distillery now ships its popular distilled spirits directly to you? To order, simply call 859-394-3258. Tell them the ABV Network sent you. And now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we get an update from the New Orleans Bourbon Festival from Tracy Napolitano. My name is McNew. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Ryan Thompson, Tracy Napolitano, and Lenny Eckstein.
Hey, gang, what's up?
What's up, guys?
What's happening?
Tracy, long time you haven't been on, and you can see things have changed. McNew can now pronounce your name right. So
that is true. She used to never be able to pronounce.
No,
I know.
I
send her to classes, so yeah, it costs a lot of money, but now she can.
Well worth it. It's
development. It was worth it.
Now, it's in Italian.
McNew, I was impressed, McNew. I did not know how to pronounce his last name there, so good job.
I used to mess it up every single time.
It didn't matter.
And I messed it up in a different way every single time.
Yes. Yes. You're never right either time, anytime.
Never.
Well, we lost Lenny.
Congratulations today.
Yeah. I'm sure Lenny will be coming back on, but his internet is kind of spotty when he's at home. He's at home tonight, so normally he's at the at his Rick house, but tonight he's at home for some reason. So I guess because his wife's out of town and he's got a kid, so that makes sense. He can't really leave. So so he's doing something. He'll be back soon. But for right now, McNew, you said there's something you want to talk about. What is that?
Yeah, so seasonally appropriate because it was cold here last week, but it's been actually very nice this weekend.
Right.
But I hate wearing coats in the car. They just feel bulky and uncomfortable. I just feel trapped. I don't like it. But I also don't see the point of putting it on to run 5 minutes into the store. So I just don't. Okay. So older people, this little old lady last week, she's like, "Oh, where is your coat?" I'm like, "In the car. I'm fine. I have a hoodie on." So are you coat people or are you hoodie people?
No, not a coat person.
Or jacket people. I'm never going to wear my winter coat into a store.
McNew, I'm right there with you on that. I accidentally wore my coat in the car the other day, and I'm like, why the hell do I have this on? It was too bulky. I didn't like it.
Right.
Yeah, I feel trapped.
Constrictive.
I can't move. It's horrible.
Yeah, exactly. Right. I'm with you.
I live in New Orleans, so we're okay with a sweatshirt or a light,
you don't really
light windbreaker.
Very often, do you?
No, not much. Lenny, though, Lenny gets chilly because he's not a big guy, and he lives the lifestyle of being very fit, but he pays for it when it gets cold because he doesn't have any body fat. So he's in a jacket right now. So Lenny's always got a jacket on. He gets chilly.
Not true.
This is true. 100% true.
It's not true at all. But I will say, God, when was it? Halloween night, maybe the night before.
Yeah,
I was at a whiskey festival with Nate from Hidden Barn.
Right.
And we sat outside and smoked a cigar for like a good hour or so. And neither of us were really dressed very warm. I think I was wearing what I have on now. He was wearing a t-shirt. And it was so fucking cold. And we, neither of us really acknowledged it much more than like kind of being like, yeah, it's cooling down.
Right.
As we're walking back to our respective cars, he was like, yeah, it's going to take me a while to warm up. And I thought the same to myself. I've never had this happen before, but my knees were so fucking cold. I don't think I fell asleep for 4 hours because I was like,
because you had knee coldness. I've never heard of a knee coldness.
I've never had that happen before. Like everything
I don't
else
even know what that is.
Freezing. Yeah.
You, Lenny, you're. I think you just mentioned that you're about 50, man. There might be some circulation issues going on in the old body there.
At your age, Lenny. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe that's
Heads
it.
I
up,
pointed out
man.
to a customer that Lenny is actually very old. He looks young, but he's actually very old. He didn't like that for some reason. He was not a fan.
Hey Tracy, when was the last time it snowed in New Orleans? Does it snow there ever?
Every once in a while.
It was probably
Right.
3-4 years ago.
It snowed since I've known him. Yeah, I remember one time it
Has it?
snowed down there.
We get it's a light dusting. We don't get much.
Yeah, it's not like his.
Now, the year before Katrina, the year of Katrina, we had a pretty heavy snowstorm that year.
Huh.
And I mean, it didn't last long at all, but the North Shore of New Orleans and up North Louisiana, it snows, but not much here in New Orleans sticks.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Well,
We always hope for it, but it never happens.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I imagine, I grew up in Houston and then my sister's in Austin and spent quite a bit of time down. And if it snows a half inch, the whole town's shutting down. The city.
Do you remember when it snowed? Did it snow there, buddy? When you lived there? Houston?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, it snows about once every 5 years or so.
Yeah. Okay.
But, yeah, Austin got real good last year, though. I think it was last year. They got the same storm that here in Colorado, but they got 10 times more than we got out of that storm. It's hilarious.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My sister's front yard was completely covered. It's great.
Yeah. Interesting. All right. Well, guess what, gang? It's time to drink. What is everyone drinking? We're going to start with Tracy. Tracy, what do you got there, man?
So this is a pick we did yesterday at Thanksgiving. Tumbling Dice,
Okay.
117 proof, barrel number 129.
Okay. All right.
It's
That's
what's left
a
of the
sample, so it's a screw top.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll have to play our Danny bumper. He loved tumbling dice. All
Oh
right.
yeah.
Definitely.
Lenny, what do
I'll
you
break
got?
out a champagne bottle if I need to win.
Okay. Yeah, he's done that before. That's cheating.
I've got some Beach Street bourbon.
Beach
Colorado.
Street. Okay. Yeah.
Go.
Okay. All right. It took him 2 chances to get that, but yeah, it was decent.
I was eating French fries before this, and they kind of grew.
Oh. The old French fry excuse. Okay.
That'll do
Ryan,
it.
you're next. Yeah.
I'm going with the goodie here, the old double oak from Peerless.
Okay.
Sitting about 108 proof on this guy. So
Okay. Okay. Lenny has the lead. That's something we don't often say on this show. So I'll go next. Lenny might keep it because I've got Henry McKenna here, and this is a bottle that's more than halfway gone. So it wouldn't seem like there's much hope here. Let's see. No, Lenny, you have the
is it
lead.
even open?
Yeah, it was terrible. It opened up, but it's terrible. So
Didn't hear
all right.
anything.
McNew, you are last but not least. What do you got there?
I have one of the limousine picks from the ABV Barrel Shop.
Oh, excellent choice.
Probably
She broke the cork. She literally broke the cork.
Yes.
I don't know what the call on that one is. She didn't technically
Place
pop
the bottle
cork.
down and move along with me.
I'm gonna have to go get a corkscrew.
Use your teeth, McNew.
Yeah, just go all Western style and pull it out with your
I
teeth.
broke a tooth doing that once, and I am not getting another root canal. No.
Okay. All right. Well, Lenny, you won. I don't know if that's fair and square, but you did win. So cheers.
Oh, it's fair.
Cheers.
Oh, it's fair. All right. We'll take a quick break. And then when we come back, we're going to hear what's going on with the New Orleans Bourbon Festival. We'll do that in just a few. Let's talk about the people who make these shows happen. First up is the ABV Barrel Shop. It is the most unique shopping experience in the world of bourbon, as the ABV Barrel Shop only sells single barrels. Owners Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot select. With over 100 distilleries on board to sell us barrels, we are home to the most unique and diverse barrel pick selections in the bourbon world. By signing up for our email, you will always know what we have in stock. In addition to the single barrels, we'll have a gift shop featuring ABV Barrel Shop as well as ABV Network merchandise. We are partnering with vendors like Art Eatables and Old Man Bay Signs to bring you unique items you can't find anywhere else. We will also have a 24-seat classroom where we are offering educational and fun classes like Breakfast and Bourbon, a series where we pair donuts and bourbon, customer barrel picks, and opportunities to learn from master distillers and other bourbon dignitaries. Best of all, we feature a tasting bar where you can try before you buy. All of this is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. If you are in the St. Louis area, please stop by to say hi. If you're traveling in from outside the area, please take advantage of our hotel rates with the Drury Inn and Pear Tree Inn, less than a mile from our shop. This can be done via the links in our Visit St. Louis section on our website. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to plan your trip. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. Hi, this is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network. We're sponsored by the Stave and Thief Society. This is where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge a bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my Executive Bourbon Steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification program available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Okay, let's talk about the Neely Family Distillery. In 2018, I met Royce Neely at an industry event. He started appearing on our shows, and we became friends during my frequent trips to Kentucky. Today, he is amongst the leaders of young distillers leaving their mark on the bourbon industry. A visit to Neely Family Distillery yields insight on their unique family history, why their products are special, and gives you the opportunity to taste their whiskey, moonshine, and creams. Check them out at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com or visit them in Sparta, Kentucky.
Hello, this is Matt Rainey, and you are listening to the Bourbon Daily. One day when I grow up, I'm going to grow a big boy beard, just like Colonel Steve.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we have Tracy Napolitano giving us some updates on the New Orleans Bourbon Festival.
Yes, we do. Tracy, what's going on with the New Orleans Bourbon Festival? What do we need to know?
We're kind of getting to the point where we just kind of reset every year. The comeback from COVID was pretty fantastic.
That's good, yeah.
Sold out on Saturday night. Less than 200 tickets from being sold out on Friday night.
Okay.
So it was a pretty hell of a turnout, and everybody seemed to have a good time. I was always nervous like I usually am.
Right.
Especially being 2 years on hiatus that something would go wrong. But
yeah,
it went pretty smooth. As always, Steve, you've been in the background. McNew.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's stuff that goes on in the back that nobody sees, and we deal with it and move forward. But it went
Tracy,
well.
How many years you guys been doing it?
This should be 7.
Great.
But
and then how many tickets are sold for it?
Wait, what's that?
How many tickets do you sell? What's the attendance?
We were about 2,500 on Saturday night, and we were about 2,300 on Friday.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
I didn't know it was that big. That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
So it's bigger than most people think it is. It's everybody thinks it's small, but it's getting bigger every year.
That's great.
Yeah.
We had the best out of the gate pre-sale that we've had.
Okay.
Today we did our Black Friday sale.
Right.
And normally Black Friday is okay. It's, everybody's out shopping and doing their other things.
Right.
So we see a little bit, but I think we're approaching $5,000 in sales today.
5,000 in sales. Okay.
So that's
very nice.
We'll drink to that.
That's the best it's been so far.
Okay. Now we're behind on shows. So normally when we record a show, we're weeks. We used to be months out. Now it's weeks. But we're behind. This show is coming out tomorrow, Small Business Saturday. So it's literally coming out the next day. Any specials going on? As if listeners are listening right here, right now, catching it on Small Business Saturday, you got any specials going on that day that they can take advantage of?
We are extending. We did the Black Friday sale. Normally in the past, what we've done, because it hasn't been as good as it's been so far, we extended. We went ahead and set it up to run through December 15th.
Okay.
So now you have a little over 2 weeks to take advantage of the sale. The code is Black Friday. I'm sorry. It's BLKFRI23.
BLKFRI23.
23. Okay. And then, just so there's no confusion, when people go onto the site, when you open up the ticket window, there's a little thing on the top, a little box that says codes. You put that code, it's all caps, and then you hit apply, and it applies it to every ticket.
Ooh.
We've also never done the Ultimate VIP ticket with a discount code before.
Well, they're offering it this year?
We're doing it with every ticket.
Whoa. Wow. That's good.
So you could buy multiples for gifts too. That would be a great Christmas present.
Yep. We were in Maggie Kimbrell's article about best bourbon gifts for Christmas.
Okay.
Yep.
We made that list.
Nice.
So yeah, stocking stuffers. The tasting ticket's a great stocking stuffer. The ultimate VIP ticket could be a great Christmas present for someone.
Yeah.
Tracy, what do you think percentage-wise? How many people are there locally in the surrounding areas of New Orleans, and how many people come in from out of town?
We believe from the last numbers we saw, which have been a little jumbled because of COVID with the 2 cancellations, about 63% of our guests are from out of state.
Wow, no kidding, man.
Crazy.
Now, the last 3 days before the fest actually kicks off, we will sell a crap ton of tasting tickets, and that's local.
Yeah, sure. Right. That makes sense. Yeah.
And in New Orleans, I don't know how it is where you guys are from. Nobody here makes a decision what they're doing till like the day before they're going to do it.
Right.
Well, there's a lot of stuff going on in New Orleans. You want to keep the calendar open. You don't want to lock it in.
And my wife and I are just as guilty because like Jazz Fest, we'll get up and go, all right, we're going to go to Jazz Fest, and we'll just go buy tickets.
Right.
Go online, print them out, and go to the fairground.
Yeah.
So the local tickets are sold mostly in that week leading up to.
Sure.
Yeah.
And how many distilleries attend?
It's a hard number to put on it. We will have over 200 different labels to be sampled.
Got it. Wow. Right.
There's 95 booths, and 20 to 25 are local restaurants.
Okay.
And there's a handful of vendors that sell wares, but not a lot of that. The rest of it's liquor.
All right.
So you got some
65.
food options too?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That?
Going on, right? Yeah.
Food options, local restaurants. Yeah. They're
So
there.
with our festival, and I mean, I don't know how all the festivals are, we have food that's included in your ticket. So I've been to a couple of events where they put food in one room and the whiskey's in one room. Nobody goes and eats. They just drink. And that's dangerous.
Yeah.
So you'll come to ours. There'll be a whiskey booth, food booth, maybe a vendor stuck in there, or whiskey food. You cannot walk the aisles without passing food to eat. And we highly encourage people to eat food.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. That's good.
It's been pretty good. We don't get a lot of this isn't a drunk fest. This is about education, about meeting your bourbon making heroes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So speaking of that, I know we're very early here yet when the festival's not until March, but anybody locked in yet in terms of presenters?
The usual suspects, Peggy's coming back. Peggy was unable to attend last year because of a travel obligation. So Peggy No Stevens will be back. Susan Riegler hasn't been with us for a couple of years. She's coming back.
Okay, that's good.
Mike Beach, of course, he's there every year. He's been there since day one.
Yep.
We are working on some key people from the distillery side that have not been to Bourbon Fest before.
Right.
But I'm not at a liberty to say at this time.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we expect the standards, back. We expect Bernie to be here with Heaven Hill.
Right.
We're hoping one of the No's will be here. Type of. Oh, we do know Brent Elliott will be here with Four Roses.
That's good.
And they're one of our big sponsors again. So, Martin Duffy with Glencairn.
Yeah, right. Well,
he's always there. He's always the life of the party.
Sure. Sure. Well,
so
Tracy, is this a full-time gig for you, or do you have other jobs?
This year, it's not. This year, I'm working on remodeling our house. So that's taken more of a full-time role.
There you go.
Overseeing the contractors and the construction and the high price of goods to do this. We started in August, and it's been crazy. Half of our kitchen's in. The wall behind me here is coming out next week.
Really?
So, wow.
Yeah.
Next episode.
So yeah, it's been a crazy summer and beginning of fall.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, well, we'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Tracy, we're going to start with you. Where can people find you? And of course, you can include any information you like about the festival. People probably want to get those tickets.
So for me, it's NOLA Bourbon on Instagram, NO Bourbon Fest on Instagram and Facebook. go to our website, NewOrleansBourbonFestival.com.
Okay.
Click on the ticket link, enter the code BLKFRI23 and get a discount for Black Friday through December 15th.
Fair enough. Ryan, how about you?
Across all socials at 10th MTN Whiskey, and our website is 10thwhiskey.com. That's 10th whiskey with an E.
All right, Lenny.
You know what? Actually, before anything, kind of a dorky thing, but don't you think, like, start next year, we should, as an industry, collectively start referring to it as Brown Friday?
Oh.
Just saying.
Just this industry does to promote brown spirits, I guess. Is that?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I like it, Lenny. I like it.
It would work here because today's the day most everything drops today. So
yeah,
that would be
Brown
a good
Friday
term to use here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can find us celebrating Brown Friday at Deerhammer on social media, on the web at deerhammer.com. Or you can order our bottle shipped to your door, and you can come visit us in beautiful Buena Vista, Colorado.
All right, McNew.
I am on Instagram at McNew ABV.
All right, for me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website, that thing's abvnetwork.com. Check it out because everything that we do is out there. Previous shows, blogs, so much more, abvnetwork.com. And also be sure to come by and see us at the ABV Barrel Shop, located in Arnold, Missouri. That is a St. Louis suburb. We'd love to see you there. We've got all kinds of barrel picks in stock. We've got gift baskets and things like that through the end of the year. So come by and check us out if you happen to be in the St. Louis area. At least sign up for our email distribution at abvbarrelshop.com. McNew, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I would like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review. That includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
All right, great job today, gang. For audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Peace. Before we finish the show, let's talk about some great companies that support the ABV network. First up is Moonshine Still Pro. Moonshine Still Pro has a full line of products to help the home distiller. Whether you want to experiment on the stove in your kitchen or you're looking for a bigger setup in your backyard, owner Russell Creed and his team can help. They have multiple still offerings, accessories, and even grain from their partners at Goldstone Mill to assist you in making whiskey on par with your favorite distillery. They can also help you with some fabricated parts you probably can't make yourself if you are attempting a DIY still project. Learn more or order your still or parts at moonshinestillpro.com. Another friend of ours is the Goldstein family at Goldstone Mill. The Goldsteins offer a variety of heritage and heirloom grains to make the finest whiskeys in the world. Plus, they are more than just a grain company. They are truly consultants to make sure the grains they are providing to you or your business meet your highest expectations. Additionally, they work with mills around the country, ensuring shipping is as low as possible for their customers. If you're a distillery, brewery, or even doing this at home, Goldstone can assist you. Check them out at goldstonemill.com, call them at 217-254-6613, or check in via email at hello@goldstonemill.com. Last but not least is the ABV Barrel Shop. While we don't get to play in the allocated bourbon game because we aren't selling the other products you have to do to get those, we do have access via our friendships in the bourbon industry to some really cool stuff. Have you ever seen your favorite craft distiller selling some really cool limited offerings only in their gift shop? I'm talking things like the hazmat offering Distillery 291 did for their 10th anniversary, or Neely Family Distillery's Papaw's birthday barrel. They don't have enough of it to send it out to distributors, so they only sell it via their gift shop. Well, companies like Distillery 291 and Neely Family Distillery have agreed to sell us 2 or 3 cases of these offerings moving forward, meaning our store will have the access to some of the rarest whiskeys in the world. Way more difficult to come by than the allocated bourbon offerings with a national release. Yes, they will be extremely tough to come by, but if you're a customer of our store, you'll have a chance to get them. Get signed up for our email or text list over at abvbarrelshop.com so you don't miss out.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.